Some juggernauts lead the way over in Italy with Internazionale, Fiorentina, AC Milan and Napoli leading the charge, of course. But can they be there in match number 2? We're going to take a look at that and more next. That's right, folks, back to a prediction video today. We're forward to match number 2 over in Italia, and we'll get to that in just one second. If you know where you've been, smash the subscribe button, bang up to all things Serie A related, Babylon Rovers related, World Cup related, boys and girls, out in Qatar. We're going to keep you bang up to date with that, but right here, right now, we are focusing on Italian football and, of course, Serie A. We're going to take a look at match number 2 in a minute. Of course, big shout out to the VIPs. They are the patrons, guys. You know who you are. But what we're doing now is, of course, revisiting the results from opening day. That's right, which were these, of course, and we're going to take a look at my predictions, which are on the left-hand side. Of course, the real deal on the right-hand side. Then we're going to take a look at the Super Brew, see how everyone else is getting on in the prediction league, and then we're going to kick on forward into match number 2. It is simple as that. So let's get into it. Of course, AC Milan squeaked past Udinese 4-2 in the end, scoring a bunch of goals in the process. But of course, up and running. Meanwhile, Sampdoria did lose to Atalanta. We didn't hope about that, did we? Monza lost to Torino as well. Welcome to Serie A. Internazionale with 2-1 win over Lecce. I went with a 2-0 win myself. Fiorentina got past Cremonese in the end 3-2. I went with a 2-1. Lazio did beat Bologna 2-1 in the end. We got Spezia with a 1-0 win over Empoli. I went with a draw. Roma squeaked past Salernitana 1-0 in the end. I went with a 2-0 win myself. Napoli with a 5-2 domination of Verona, and Juventus 3-0 benchmark result against Sassuolo. Of course, we'll have a look at where I am along you guys as well in the prediction league in a second. But this is what the table looks like right here, right now. Can you Adam and Eve it? Of course, it's looking. That's the wrong Super Brew. We'll get to that in a minute. Of course, eager bloody beaver, aren't you, sir? Yes, indeed. But of course, it is Napoli leading the charge with Juventus, of course, in second. AC Milan and Atalanta make up the power forward. And of course, the foot Sampdoria, Verona, and Sassuolo are going down right here, right now. But of course, let's take a look at how you guys got on with, of course, this. It is the Super Brew. That's right. We're going to get into the deep end right here, right now. I am sitting pretty in 21st spot at the moment, which is not great, is it really? I'm all the way down here, 21st spot. There I am. Not good scorelines. Jup 6 with an absolute stinker there with a wooden spoon. Let's take a look at some of the other names in there. Alex Weller's in there. JSP FC are great. 37 are in and amongst me, but of course doing better than me. But of course leading the charge is Barcelonista. Of course 19 points on the board there. Sammy Boy, Winky as well. You may have saying some of 2018 is up there as well. Carmackin doing fantastic. And the Mexican side. Shepard, some good names in there, guys. Some good names. But of course, can you be there in match day number 2? We're going to take a look at that next week. But right here, that's the state of play. Let's take a look at how you can get involved. You can get involved using this link here, cut./Italy Picks. It is free. Get your name and likes. And of course, I'll see your names back up there next week, of course. But anyway, we are taking a look at next week's action, which of course coming at you right here, right now. Then, of course, and it all kicks off this coming Saturday, August the 20th. It's Torino, it's Lazio. We're going to jump in the deep end on that one at the Stadio Olimpico Grande Torino. Played each other 41 times in 1983. 8 wins for Torino, 18 wins for Lazio, and we've got 15 draws. 5 wins in the last 6 games for Torino right now. 83% form up against the Lazio side, just 1 win in 6. Of course, Lazio's biggest win over Torino, 4-0 win. The biggest win in the away, a 3-0 win. Torino have scored 43 goals compared to Lazio's 68 over the course of those 41 matches. Works on about 1.05 goals a match for Torino, 1.66 goals a match for Lazio, of course. Last time around, though, in Torino, it was a 1-1 draw back in September 2021. In fact, the last 3 matches between these two sides in all venues, all competitions, have all ended up all square. Torino opened up with a 2-1 win over Monza. Lazio opened up with a 2-1 win over Bologna. Of course, the odds coming at you on this one, 2-1 is Torino, 13-10 is your Lazio, 5-2 is your draw. Back in Lazio here with a tight win on this one early on Saturday afternoon. Kicking off forward is Udinese up against Salernitana, of course, coming at you at the Stadio Friuli. Played each other 4 times since 1988. 3 wins for Udinese, 1 for Salernitana, and 0 draws. Udinese, though, 42% form for them. 1-2 lost 2 of the last 4. Of course, 42% form of the last 6. Salernitana coming to this just on back-to-back defeats for them, 42% form. Of course, 1-0 win, the biggest win for Salernitana. 4-0 win for Udinese, the biggest win over the opposition, of course. They've scored 8 goals compared to Salernitana's 2 over the course of the 4 matches. Works on about 0.5 goals a game for Salernitana compared to the 2 goals for Udinese on this one. Last round, though, in Udinese, it was a 1-0 win for Salernitana, of course, back in April 2022. Of course, Udinese did lose on open day this season, of course, against AC Milan. Salernitana with a narrow loss against Roma last time around. The odds here, 11-8 on is your Udinese, 14-5 draw, and 15-4 is your Salernitana here. I'm going to go with the 1-0 win for the hosts on this to give themselves a bit of a cushion or a bit of a boost host after they suffered a defeat on opening day. Internazionale against Spezia, of course, coming at you at the Giuseppe Meazza, of course, played the 4 times in 2023, wins at Inter, nothing for Spezia, and 1 draw. Internazionale, though, have come into this on 50% form, 1-2 lost to and drawn 2 over the last 6. Against the Spezia side, unbeaten the last 5, we get 4 wins and a draw to boot. Of course, Internazionale's biggest win over Spezia, 3-1 win. In fact, they scored 8 goals compared to Spezia's 3 over the course of those 4 matches. Works out about 0.75 goals a game for Spezia compared to the 2 for Internazionale. Last time I'm pretty sure that in the Giuseppe Meazza, it was a 2-0 win for Inter back in December 2021. Inter opened up with a 2-1 win over Lecce. Spezia opened up with a 1-1 win over Empoli, of course. They look at the odds here: 5-1 on is your Internazionale, 6-1 is your draw, and 12-1 is your away win. Going to go with a convincing 2-0 win for Internazionale. It could be more than that though, but we'll keep it nice and tight early doors. Sassuolo up against Lecce, of course, as well on the 20th of April at the Matchday Stadium. Played the 4 times in 2010. 1 for Sassuolo, nothing for Lecce, and 3 draws, of course. Sassuolo back-to-back defeats for them, 42% form for them. Up against the Lecce side, have lost 3 on the bounce, 33% form with the last 6. The biggest win for Sassuolo over Lecce, 4-2 win. In fact, Lecce scored just 5 goals compared to Sassuolo's 7 over the course of those 4 matches. Works out around 1.25 goals a match for Lecce, 1.75 goals a match for Sassuolo. Last time around, though, in Sassuolo, was a 4-2 win back in December 2020. Sassuolo opened up with a 3-0 loss against Juventus. Lecce also lost to Internazionale on opening day. Look at the odds here: 4-3 on is your Sassuolo, 14-5 is your draw, and 10-3 is your away win here. Back in Sassuolo here with a 2-1 for them at home over Lecce to get their first win of the campaign. Into Sunday's games we go. It's Sunday the August 21st. It is Empoli, it is Fiorentina, of course. It ends at the Carlo Castellani, of course. Played 22 times since 1997. 5 wins to Empoli, 30 wins for Fiorentina, and we've got 4 draws, of course. Empoli, the back-to-back defeats for them, 67% form over the last 6. Meanwhile, Fiorentina come into this on the back of 4 wins and 2 defeats over the last 6 games, 67% form for them moving forward. Of course, the biggest win for Empoli over Fiorentina, a 2-0 win. The biggest win the other way, a 4-0 win. And of course, there's been 21 goals scored by Empoli over the 22 matches, 38 goals scored by Fiorentina in the same games as well. 0.95 goals a game on average for Empoli, 1.73 goals a game for Fiorentina. Heading into this last round, that over in Empoli was a 2-1 win. That was back in November 2021 for Empoli. Of course, in fact, the home side hasn't won this game in the last 4 occasions. Meanwhile, Spezia did beat Empoli 1-0 loss, of course, and Fiorentina opened up with a 3-2 win over Cremonese last time around. The odds for this one, it is Empoli 13-5 for the Ricci, 14-5 is draw, and 11-10 on is your Fiorentina here. Going to go with the away side here, 2-1 for Fiorentina to make it 2 wins out of 2. Meanwhile, the leaders, it is Napoli up against Monza, of course, one of the new boys coming out the Stadio Diego Armando Maradona Stadium. Of course, played the 4 times in 1989, 1 win apiece and a couple of draws. Napoli, though, coming into this on the back of a 6-game unbeaten run. In fact, they haven't lost in the last 10, but 75% form over the last 6. Monza, though, just 1 defeat past 6 for them, 83% form for them moving forward. The biggest win for Monza over Napoli, 2-1 win. The biggest win in the way, a 1-0 win. They both scored 4 goals over each other over the course of those 4 matches. Works out around a goal a game. And of course, last time played in Napoli was in Serie B back in January 2000, and it was a 2-2 draw. You've got to go back to 1999 for either these two sides to beat each other. So it's been a long time. Of course, Napoli opened up with a 5-2 win over Verona. Monza did lose to Torino, of course, way back when. 3-0 win for me. Of course, the odds on this one, though, 11-4 on is your Napoli, 17-4 is your 32 is your way win. But yes, back in the 3-0 win for me for Napoli on this one to take it to the house. Atalanta up against AC Milan, bit of a zinger early in the calendar. It is, of course, at the US Stadium. Played each other 46 times in 1993. 10 wins for Atalanta, 23 wins to Milan, and got 13 draws, of course. Atalanta, they're winning 2 and losing 2 over the last 4, 33% form over the last 6. AC Milan, they're winning 4 on the bounce, of course, 83% form over the last 6. The biggest win for Milan over Atalanta, 3-0 win. The biggest win away, a 5-0 win. Atalanta have scored 45 goals compared to Milan's 71 over the course of the 46 matches. Works out about 0.98 goals a match compared to 1.54 goals a game for AC Milan. Last time played in Atalanta, it was a 3-2 win for AC Milan. In fact, Milan have actually won 3 in the bounce against Atalanta in all competitions and all venues. Atalanta picking up a 2-0 win over Sampdoria. AC Milan with a 4-2 win over Udinese. The odds for this one then, shall we? We've got Atalanta 7-4 for the Ricci, 12-5 is your draw, 6-4 is your away win. That's AC Milan back in, of course, in a draw here. A surprise, going against the grain. The champions take a hit early days in match number 2. Bologna against Verona, of course, joining us on Sunday the 21st of August. 25 times they played since 1996. 14 wins for Bologna, 5 wins for Verona, and we've got 6 draws, of course. 2 wins the last 6 games for Bologna right now. 33% form for them. Up against the Verona side, just 1 win and 4. 40% form over the last 6. Of course, the biggest win for Verona over Bologna, 4-1 win. The biggest win in the way, a 6-1 win. Verona have scored just 24 goals compared to Bologna's 41 over the course of the 25 games. Works out about 0.96 goals for Verona compared to the 1.64 for Bologna heading into this. Last time around, of course, over in Bologna was a 1-0 win for Bologna back in September 2021. The away side hasn't won this game since Bologna beat Verona back in November 2017. Verona opened up with a 5-2 loss against Napoli. Bologna opened up with a loss against Lazio. So both sides looking for a W. Here, 5-4 is your Bologna, 5-2 is your draw, 20-10 is your away win. Gonna go with the 1-0 win for the hosts on this one to take it to the mixer. Into the final couple of games now is on Monday, August the 22nd. It is Mourinho's Roma up against Cremonese. Played each other 6 times in 1993. 3 wins for Roma, 1 win for Cremonese, 2 draws. Of course, just 1 defeat past 6 games for Roma right now. 75% form for them up against Cremonese. Side of 1-4 at the last 6. 67% form for them moving forward. The biggest win for Cremonese over Roma, a 2-1 win. The biggest win of the way, a 3-0 win. Cremonese have got 6 goals compared to Roma's 12 in the course of these 6 matches. Works out a goal a game for Cremonese, 2 goals a game for Roma heading into this. Last time around, though, of course, over in Roma, back in the Stadio Olimpico, was the 3-0 for Roma back in February 1996. It's been a long time coming. They've actually won 3 on the bounce. The last time Cremonese won was way back in 1993. How many years ago is that? Is that 90 years? Sorry, not 90 years. It's 30 years ago. Cremonese did lose to Fiorentina open today. Roma with just a squeaky 1-0 win over Salernitana, of course. The odds here 7-2 on is your Roma, 92 is your 10-1 is your away win here. Back in Roma here with a 2-0 win. It might be more than that as well. And then wrap it up is my boys Sampdoria up against Juventus, of course, over at the Luigi Ferraris. Played for the 47 times in 1983. 8 wins for Sampdoria, 29 wins for Juventus, and 10 draws. Of course, 50% form for Sampdoria right now. 1-2 lost, 2 draw 2 over the last 6. Against the Juventus side, just 1-1 in 4 for them. 42% form for them moving forward. Biggest win though for Juventus over Sampdoria, 5-0 win. The biggest win away, a 3-0 win. Sampdoria just scored 41 goals compared to Juventus 85 over the course of those 47 matches. 0.87 goals a game for the host, 1.18 goals a game for Juventus. Last time played, of course, over in the Luigi Ferraris. There was a 3-1 for Juventus back in March 2022, and they've actually won 6 on the bounce, haven't they, Juventus over Sampdoria? So I do see this being a one-sided affair. Sampdoria did lose on open day to Atalanta, and of course Juventus with a comfortable win over Sassuolo. The odds here 92 is your Sampdoria, 13-8 on is Juventus, 14-5 is your draw here. Gonna go with Juve here, 2-1 win for them on the road, and of course taking the 3 points with them as well. And if I'm right, which I believe I think so, this is what the table will look like. We'll still have a whole bunch of them with 100% records so far. Napoli, Juventus, Internazionale, Roma, Fiorentina, Lazio will be 100%, and Sampdoria, Hellas Verona, and Monza are gonna go down. That's of course my picks. Be sure to get your own picks in using the old Super Brew Cutley Force Italy picks. Get in there quick before the games are thick and fast. That is it, guys and gals, Arinos. We'll be back for match number 3 very soon, but until then, make sure you smash your thumbs up, smash your subscribe, of course. Check out things down below on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, and all that kind of jazz. We've got the Discords wide open, free, of course. Get involved with that. Until then, guys, we'll see you soon for the next one, but I am bowing out.